Okay, IPL is back, guys. IPL is back. We were supposed to make this video a couple of days back, but first match got washed out, and yesterday's match got corrupted. So we're gonna do it once more with all three matches. But before that, I think my friend K-Star has something to talk about the gap and a slight tribute to the Indian Army Force.
Yeah, I think we have to give a big cheer to our brave soldiers out there in the border who have protected us like they have done it before. And even in difficult times, they don't let us down. They countered each and every attack that Pakistan threw at us, and they successfully took the revenge of the Panjam attack. So kudos to that, and mm, a big salute to the army. This is the reason that they're the reason that we're all sitting at home safe, not worrying about anything. A big thank you to them as well. Yes, so that's about that. Let's get back to cricket. We have three matches to talk
Three
about.
matches to talk
So
about.
yeah,
So first game afternoon match at Jaipur, the burning ground. We had Punjab versus RR versus Punjab, and Punjab had been put to bat first. And firstly, we saw Mitchell Owen coming in as an IPL debut instead of Glenn Maxwell. And Mitchell Owen, I saw his Big Bash highlights. He looked like he was a pretty good player. Unfortunate, I guess, that he got out so early. But the entire top order got out pretty early, and that's something you don't see often with Punjab Kings. Yes, they do get out, but they all get out after hitting that 30 of 15 or a 30 of 10 balls, and then they get out after hitting at least 60 in the power play. But this was not the case the other day. They could only hit 58. That was the shock. And after that, Nehal Vadera and Shreyas Iyer came in and they did their usual job. Nehal Vadera, we've been seeing how good of a player he is, even when he was first starting out at Mumbai. And Shreyas Iyer, with his experience, he knew how to anchor and when to anchor. Prashant Singh later, yes, he wasn't getting much opportunity this season to prove himself, and he wasn't having the how should I say the clutch factor which he had like last season. But like while chasing, this is what I'm saying. While chasing, while first batting, yeah, he's been putting in that late cameo every time. But while chasing, I felt like here and there he could have done better. But this time, I think 200 strike rate, he almost hit on 59 of 30. So I think this was very important. This knock was the reason why what is called Punjab was very comfortable. And obviously Omar's cameo was also the last 21 runs which he hit was probably the last step to solidify the victory. But now, looking at that bowling though, no one bowled well properly. It felt like Tushar Deshpande, yes, he got that early wickets, and that's what matters right now on power play. It doesn't matter how much you're getting hit for. You might be getting hit for 14 runs per over in 3 overs as well. But if you got 4 wickets in the power play, I think you've done a pretty good job, and the match is probably going to swing to the bowlers' way already. Riyan Parag, he tried to stop it 3 overs. He bowled an economy of 8.7, 1 wicket. That is pretty good. I think that was a good like mediator. I think it reduced the runs at a point. Fazal Faruqi, I think they're depending a lot on him. I think they didn't have any other player because like if you guys didn't know, Jafar Archer is not returning for the last 2 games, and so one more game is there, which is today, which is against Chennai. So this is today is going to be Ara's last game, and it's going to be the end of their campaign, I think. And coming to that RR batting, I think I cannot or I cannot I cannot stress enough that this team needs some sort of I don't know help. I guess the right word is help because this middle order is not the best. The middle order is not the best because we've seen this team bought at least 4 or 5 cases this season. After a good start from the top order, we've seen them do this 4 or 5 times. And this reminded me a lot of the game against Lucknow. I think the match which they lost by 2 runs. I think this reminded me so much of that game. I was like, what is this? What is happening over here? Dhruv Jurel and Hitman, they're just not able to carry the team over the line. And keep in mind, these guys are two of the retentions. It's not like they bother us. It's just like it's a matter of trust over here. but unfortunately they're not able to do anything. The bowlers, all I can say is Harpreet Brar and Yuzurendra Chahal, they had courage. They got the wickets, they got the important wickets, they had less economy as well. So I think this team, the Punjab team, it's obviously en route to getting the top two. RCB's top two hopes got a bit dented because of the washout game, and they have two matches left: one against Hyderabad and one against Lucknow. One team's a bit low on confidence, one team is just trying to play whatever they want to. So we have to look into that. So obviously, let's switch it back to my partner over here. What do you think?
Yeah, you look at this game, we witnessed another 400 runs that have been hit on a match. I think it's become a norm in this IPL to witness such matches. But yeah, you look at the Punjab team's batting, and this is one of the rare cases with Punjab for the top order to collapse. Because we've seen that Punjab is that type of team where they rely on this top order to contribute, and top order has contributed to a major chunk of the runs. Like other teams like GT, RR, and PBKS. These are the teams that have depended on the top order to contribute about 65-70% of the runs. And then when it comes to putting a potato or even while chasing as well, they bank on the top three or top four to take them through those 20 overs. But yeah, Nehal Vadara, we usually see him hit those 30-40, but this time he went big and he hit 70 of 37 runs. Obviously, coming after 1 week, it looked like he was always in touch. That break never existed. And Shirside, yes, he hit those valuable 30 runs as well. And then the partnership between Shashank Singh and Omar Zoya is always very vital. Shashank Singh, we've seen why they have retained him. Yes, he's not been throughout the season, like I mentioned before, that the top order has been contributing to the major chunk of the run. So Shashank Singh hasn't gotten an opportunity to showcase what is actually made of this season. It was either that or it was that he didn't have support on the other hand to go big. This time he had the chance and he had the support. So you can see what he does with that. He scored a valuable 50 of his 30 balls and a strike rate of 196, and which is commendable. And then you look at Omar Zai, he hit a 21 run cameo, which was again very vital. And this RR bowling lineup, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but there was one of those teams. You can include LSG also in the list. These two teams, their bowling lineups, I don't think they have a sting in them to take constant breakthroughs or matches slowly drifting away from their hands to bring it back with their bowling. I don't think these two teams. I didn't see it in this season at least that bowling looked like, oh, that's the side this bowling has got that. Even if even if the power play goes for like 65, 70 runs, in the middle overs to control, pick up like 4 wickets, and then give instead of 70-50 to give about only 70, 80 runs. It's not that type of team, bowling side at least. And then you look at Ara's chase. I don't know whether to laugh or cry looking at this RR batting because Yashasvi Jaiswal and Vaibhav Suryavanshi have been doing time and time again. We've we've seen them uh, give those valuable starts this time as well. They gave a start of 76. I mean, Vaibhav Suryavanshi hit 40 or 15 balls. What else do you expect from an opener in a T20 game? Whereas Yashasvi Jaiswal scored 50 or 25 balls, which is a good start. Both were at 200 strike rate. Vaibhav Suryavanshi was in 250 plus strike rate. What else? How big of a start more do you need from your openers? Very good teams, champion side, bank on this middle order comes, bring and continues that one flow. I mean, when these two are batting, it looks like okay, finally Aadhar look good for a chase. They're going to take it. Then Sanju Samson couldn't really get bowling. He hit 20 of 16, but coming back from injury probably must have been a little rusty. Riyan Parag, I don't know. I was never really convinced with his batting this season. Yes, he's had those one or two knocks where we saw glimpses of last year's rain for us. But this year he never really got going. I mean, Dhruv Jurel, yes, he hit that valuable 50, but there was no one that, stood with him to take the chase through. Shimron Hetmeyer, RR has backed him so much. They retained him, they backed him in the lineup as well, but he's never really got amongst the runs this season, and it's very concerning signs for them. And yeah, this RR side, they need to they they're anyways knocked out now. They all that need to focus on this next season is to correct these mistakes and make some alterations in their plans. Enough about that man. Now let's get to another 400 plus runs fest, which was the evening game on that day. It was DC versus GT, another top order masterclass that we witnessed. But before we get to GT's mind-boggling opening stand that took them to the 10 wickets win, let's talk about DC's first innings. When you look at DC's first innings, when you look at the opening pair, I think uh, DC has shuffled that opening pair at least about 5, 6 times, if I'm not wrong, actually. Yeah, probably some 5, 6 times they might have shuffled their opening partnership. We have seen Abhishek Porel coming in Faf, Abhishek Porel coming in Karun Nair, KL Rahul also was somewhere in the mix in this one. And this time around, we got KL Rahul and Faf replacing. Faf replacing got out fast. Yes, it was beautiful bowling by Arshad Khan in the power play. He just gave 7 runs and picked up a wicket in those 2 overs. It was beautiful to watch. KL Rahul, I think we saw that vintage KL Rahul, the KL Rahul that we have witnessed in that Punjab Kings side, where he used to play in a strike rate of 165, 170, 180 at times, and then post those big totals. And this time he bought a century in style as well. He bought play some classy shots. I mean, he's known as classy Rahul for a reason. We've seen him play this classy drives, uh, the sixth that he hit when he was in 92, it was a beautiful six. I mean, those are just examples of the shots that he plays with that pure class. I mean, and another interesting fact is that he's the only right-hander this season to score 100, which is and it's nice that in skill house Naim up there and he made sure that he carried most of the runs. Obviously, he scored 100 and he scored 112, and the score was 199. Then Abhishek Porel came with a cameo of 30 of 19 balls, and then Akshay Patel, like he's been doing it throughout the season, he keeps giving us cameos. He did hit 25, 16 balls. Christian Stock with 21 of 10 balls, which is again vital. You look at the bowling of GT, none of them could really contain KL Rahul, and Arshad Khan was really economical. Mohammad Siraj just went for some runs. He went 37 for 4 without picking a wicket. Kagisa Rabada looked really rusty coming back from that break. He went for 34 runs in just 2 overs. Rashid Krishna, yes, it's unusual of him to go 10 per over, but he did pick up a wicket, and if I'm not wrong, he still holds the purple cap. Yeah, and Rashid Khan, even though he didn't pick up a wicket, he was economical, just went 8 runs per over. Sai Kishore, again, another unusual thing that we witnessed. He went for 47 runs, but yeah, he did pick up a wicket. Well, come to GD's batting. Hmm, it was just speechless batting. Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill, we have seen them do it for 2, 3 seasons now. But this season, they've just stepped it up another level for this GT side. We have seen this top three of Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan, and Josh Butler remind me of the top three that the RCB used to have in 2016, that RCB used to bank on heavily. The three of Virat Kohli, Chris Gayle, and AB de Villiers. It gives that kind of vibe, especially this GT side. We haven't seen the middle order at at least not major. There's not really been tested this middle order. Yeah, and that's because of the form that these three have been in. They've been playing absolute beautiful cricket. You look at the opening stand of Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill as well. You see they take calculated risks. There's no unnecessary shots, proper textbook shots that these both play. And they still played at a strike rate of about 180, 200 a time. But if you see in this match as well, the strike rate was 175 plus, which which is more than enough in a chase like this. You see, I mean, Sai Sudarshan bring up another 100, another lefty to do this, and that 100 was not short of any class. Was not short of any class. Shubman Gill again amongst the runs, 93 runs. Yes, he didn't get to the century, but he's been standing on 90 for quite some. And I think it's the third time now that he's been standing on such a score close to 100. So yeah, I mean, you know, these two, the bowlers, DC bowlers were clueless. None of them had an idea how to contain these two. I mean, they used six bowling options. Not one was able to pick their wicket. So that shows the class that these two have. And Josh Butler, yes, he didn't come on, but he's also a brilliant player for this side, and he's been amongst the runs as well. I mean, you can see when I speak about class, you can literally see the numbers. Shubman Gill, Sai Sudarshan, they've been dealing mostly on first. They're on top of the list, if I'm not wrong, when it comes to rupee on the go forwards of the season. That's a I mean, these are ways that things that cricketers need to watch and learn. In the game of T20 cricket as well, in a modern era where there's mostly power hitting when everybody's trying to clear the stand, so you can reach your score by playing such cricket as well. Yeah, that's all I have. And yeah, after the Punjab and GT one, I think three teams have qualified, and congratulations to them. The three being Punjab Kings, GT, and RCB. So congratulations to them. Now I think they'll be fighting for the top two spot since they're already qualified. And that's all I have regarding this game. Over to you, ST.
Yeah, well, sorry. Well, there's only one thing which I have to say about this game is ban GT because they're too good. I generally keep saying this is like my catch list for RR whenever they screw up a game. I say ban them because they're just playing bad right now. But GT is playing too good here. How can a top order be this good? I'm telling you, this is one of the greatest campaigns as a top order. People will say, how can you compare these guys to RCB 2016? Or how can you compare these guys to SRH 2024? SRH 2024 only had good openers. We used to keep switching the one-down batsmen. That's exactly why we got Ishan Kish in this season. RCB that season until the finals and that one washed out Punjab game. I don't remember Chris Gill contributing so much as well. And I'm saying this is the first time I think in my life top three everyone's in the orange cap. That's why I'm saying this is probably one of the greatest batting top order. And I think at least if this team at least reaches the finals, I think it'll be remembered a bit more in the history. Like people will remember it. But like obviously if it gets knocked out a bit before, obviously the true ones will remember this kind of knock. But obviously let's get to the Delhi innings first. I don't know what's happening with Faf's brain right now. I think ever since the injury, he's now been in the best form. I think it's just McGurk playing under in Faf's disguise or something. I'm not pretty sure. Because I remember the starting of the season how Faf was playing. He was playing in a very composed manner. He played very well against Hyderabad, and he played well against another team as well. I don't remember, but like he didn't hit a 50. He hit like 20, 30 only. But that was also very important for that team. I think if I'm not wrong, it was against Lucknow. I'm not sure though. But obviously, this team, I'm looking at it. Paral, they're switching they keep switching the opening pair. I think right now to do it, it's a bit risky, I guess. I think if you want, try pushing Faf at number three. I think that could be a good option right now because we know how flexible Faf is as a player, and maybe this change of position might help him out. The bowling wise, Arshad Khan and Rashid were pretty good. And like Siraj, Prasid, all these guys, they got hit around. Rabada too. Sai Kishore also. Sai Kishore has had a couple of big hits this game, like this season. Although he gets that wicket or two, he still gets hit here and there. But the GT innings, I can tell you the match, I realized it was gone when Natarajan bowled that first over only. Sai Sudarshan, if you guys didn't know, Sai Sudarshan is one of Natarajan's biggest fans. Both of them are from Tamil Nadu as well. He's one of his biggest fans and his teammate as well. He considers Nattu to be one of the elite left-arm bowlers India has ever seen, and even the world, to be fair. And he hit him all around the park, four, four, six, four, four, six, four, and it felt like it was not going to stop. That point, I realized, okay, these guys are just going to play a normal composed game. 10 wickets, they're going to win, man. Simple, they're going to finish the game. They did exactly that. And coming to the Shubman Gill 93, I think this is the season of valuable 90s. We saw it Josh Butler against Delhi the previous time. We saw Shreyas Iyer in the first game. We saw KL Rahul against RCB. We saw Gillick the other day. So all these 90s are so valuable to the team. Obviously, people might forget about it because who played first fiddle that day or whatever. There
We
were
also witnessed Quinton de Kock as well.
yeah, yeah, Quinton de
When
Kock.
he,
Yeah.
yeah,
So there's so many. I can't even remember it because we're done till match right 62. So these kind of knocks, it's like you know how the saying goes. Only the streets will remember. So if you're like a hardcore cricket fan, you're gonna remember these knocks in the future as well. I can tell like this kind of a knock is I don't know, like qualifier to David Warner, I think 92 or 96 he had hit. So that's like that. People will remember the game, but they won't remember the exact score. They'll remember, oh, did Warner hit a century? No, that he didn't hit century. So they'll be in that dilemma. But it's always that valuable 90. If remember, two valuable 90s are the reason why we have a second World Cup today as well. But obviously, I'm going a bit off topic on this 90 topic. I'm just appreciating Shubman Gill because I keep seeing people criticizing Gill for everything and saying that oh he is just a PR boy and stuff like that and like the top order that opening slot is so heavy right in T20s right now like every player is good you have Ruturaj you have Yashasvi you have Abhishek you have Sanju you have now you're gonna have Ayush Mathare coming up you're gonna have Urul Patel coming in the top order you're gonna have so many players and luckily Rohit and Virat retired otherwise there's gonna be no space left now Sai Sudarshan has also come. So I think if with this chemistry, I think realistically they should be taking Sai Sudarshan and Gill as their opening pair, or put Sai Sudarshan or Gill one down. Probably put Abhishek there. We never know. We never know. But obviously, I think these two are
all that we can say is that Indian cricket has, even though two greats have retired,
yeah,
there's still a lot of potential and talent coming up, and it's
especially in
sure
the T20
going to
side.
take Indian cricket. Yeah, and Indian cricket is definitely going to go far.
Yeah.
I think you can confidently say that we're definitely going to win more trophies as well.
And the next T20 World Cup, if you guys don't know, it is in India. The next T20 World Cup 2026. The finals are going to be held apparently at the Eden Gardens. One of the semis is happening in Wankhede. One of the semis is happening in Ahmedabad. So, okay, next game, obviously SRH LSG. Bro, realistically, I can tell I had no expectations, but I kind of felt that we were going to win the game. I was feeling like, okay, there's a slight chance we're going to win the game. I saw Pat win the toss, choose to bowl. I think that's been way more of a safer decision. Although SRH has lost games when he's won the toss and chose to bowl as well, I think it's way more of a safer decision because when SRH players know what the target is, no, the past couple of games they've been playing in a composed manner. Yes, the GT match it failed unfortunately, but you could see that intent, and they were like, okay, this is the target. We're gonna hit this much runs per over. We're not gonna play careless shots. We're gonna do how much ever we can. And SD we didn't have Travis Head as well, and we had Atharva Taide. And a couple of shots I could see he's actually a pretty good player. He I think he won the Ranjis just before the season with Vidarbha, and I saw him play live actually in 2024 against Hyderabad only in an after match. He hit around 47, 45, and it was pretty good knocks as well. I people keep kind of like downplaying, like he's saying he's a B grade player. I think he has potential to like be one of those like how a Mayank Agarwal was or how Saurav Tiwari, Kedar Jadhav, like these guys all had their purple patches, right? I'm saying he can also be one of those players for us. Like, all, unfortunately, the top order is stacked, so unless someone gets injured, he can't come in. That's just one issue over there. But I could see, although the 13 runs only he could hit, I can see there's some sort of a glimpse with him. But coming to Abhishek, what else can I say about this man? People kept calling him overrated. They called him a one season wonder. People do not remember how good of a player he is. In 2020, I remember 2019 we traded him for Shikhar Dhawan and we got Vijay Shankar, we got Shahbaz Nadeem. At that point, I felt it was a good trade. Now I feel it's a great trade. Because I've seen him from a young under 19 boy when he used to play for Delhi Daredevils. I remember how good he was. Our 2018 auction result is very sad. Because that was one of the best batches of under 19. SRH didn't get one player as well. KKR got Gill, they got Nagarkoti, they got Mavi, Delhi got Abhishek, then they got Prithvi Shaw. They got all these good players. I was like, why don't we have a good player like that? Arshdeep went off to Punjab, and I was like, okay. Now we have Abhishek. Let's see what he can do. But if you remember, Abhishek used to be a number six, number seven back then. His first good game was in 2020 against Chennai with Priyam Garg. He stood and he hit. And since then, he's been chasing. He's been chasing well. Today as well, they chased. SRH has won four matches until now. Every match they've created history. This is the first time any team has chased 200 plus in Ekana. We beat Chepok after, like, if you don't count Deccan Chargers, it was the first time we beat them. Or even if you do count Deccan Chargers, it's been so long since we've beaten them. I think 2011 or 12 was the last time we beat them. Then, what is it called? We beat Punjab, second highest chase in Hyderabad. We beat RR 286, which is the second highest total in IPL and this season's highest IPL inning score. So I'm saying, although SRH hasn't been the best season, but I'm saying that since we had these many mistakes in this season, I'm very proud. I can say that this team has something going on for it. And to the point of Lucknow's batting, I think Lucknow's batting pretty good. Unfortunate that this is the season. And I'm very sorry for the Lucknow openers, Mitchell Marsh and Markram. I was underestimating you guys the entire season. I kept calling you guys the worst opening pair before the season started. And then Pooran, he had a bit more better innings because past couple of games he wasn't playing that well, but he played fine the other day. Ayush was very unfortunate; he couldn't do much, but it was all good. Bowlers wise, I think Harsh Dubey and Zishan Ansari switched roles today because I think Harsh Dubey himself he had three chances to get a wicket. I mean, so did Zishan. I cannot help but feel sad for us winners at this point because it's just unfortunate that most of their good wicket taking chances are going off. Nitish Reddy is back to bowling. Ishan Malinga pretty good. Cummins, unfortunate, he got slapped in the first two overs. If you guys remember, I think he got hit for like 20 runs or something, and then again he tried to control it, and he did a fantastic job at it. Henrik Klassen played that crucial inning. Ishan Kishan, he's showing his worth. He's slowly showing his worth that yes, I'm also part of this team and things like that. And coming to Mendes, the shot selection again, top point, top point. And I think Ravi Vishnu is over. That four sixes, that is what made the difference at the end of the game. Because I remember every time SRH is on a big chase like that, is that one over which will swing the momentum. That was the over. But enough about me fanboying about Hyderabad. I think Lucknow got eliminated, which is one thing which I'm very happy about. At least we did that slight task successfully. People they were silencing us in RGI Stadium. Guess they can't silent now.
Yeah, now in the Kings game, I think we've covered most of the points. All I want to say, I think I have only one point to say. I see the three of Mitchell Marsh, Hayden Markham, Nicholas Puram, they've been excellent for this energy side. But what's let them down is Rishabh Pant's fall in form, like tremendous fall in form. He's barely got any runs this season. There's a lot of pressure on him, and he's not able to perform as well. And you see the bowlers of LSG as well. I think I mentioned it a little while back that this is one side where the bowling doesn't look like they can pick up those wickets at crucial intervals. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I think Ashley here covered all the bases. Yeah, we're finally back after long. We're in the fag end of IPL,
Yep.
but and there's still a little more cricket left in this IPL season.
The interesting
And
part. The
there
interesting
is
part.
yeah this is when it gets even more interesting. There's a lot more it's going to be even more exciting. There's going to be more videos from our side, so guys, definitely stay tuned. And like always, don't forget to like,
Like,
share and
share, and
subscribe,
subscribe.
guys. See
Bye.
you in the next video.